92, 99, 96, 100. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Oh man, that was hard. Oh hell, hey guys, it's me, Commander Rick, here with a new cooking video. Oh man, I was just, training a little bit here, and I'm gonna work out my body and all that. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a nice summer heat, and I thought we're gonna make something delicious, something for this type of weather, because it's hot as ball outside, and you don't really want to eat anything too hot or too spicy, because it's already as hot as it is. So today I'm gonna teach you how to make a delicious cold beet soup. We call it summer or vassara or cold soup or oxtasoup or whatever it is, but yeah, basically what you do with this soup particularly is that you mostly just cut up the ingredients, putting them inside a bowl or a kettle or whatever, mix it up, and that's it. You don't need to cook anything. Well, besides the eggs, but that's other thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But first, we're gonna have to change up our clothes, shall we? Sorry about that, guys. A little mishap in my wardrobe. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna cook it like this because it's hot as balls weather outside, and I'm not gonna, just dress up in my cotton full-on chef's shirt. It's really, really hot. I mean, you cannot even imagine. I mean, it's not like hot like in, let's say, in Middle East summers where it's like 51 degrees, and you can basically just cook eggs just by, putting it outside on a fucking I don't know, or roadside or something like that, but yeah, it's pretty bad outside. But yeah, so first things first, let's introduce with the ingredients. The first thing, the main ingredient, the showcase that you're gonna add for this soup is not water or anything like that. You will need these things: kefirs or paninias. That's basically, how do you say it in English? I guess it's like a Greek yogurt type of thing, but the drinkable kind. It's basically milk that has gone bad. That's basically it, yeah. So yeah, buy some milk and let it sit out and make sure it goes bad. But yeah, you can just look it up on the internet and you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, paninias or kefirs, that's one of these things. And make sure you buy like the ones that aren't particularly thick. Like this is like 0.5% fat, so it's a little bit more watery, so it's perfect. If you buy like thick ones that has the consistency, I would suggest adding like water, so it doesn't taste like a giant bowl of sauce or something like that. It needs to be the watery consistency. So the next things up is the red beets. You can have, of course, the normal kinds or already pre-prepared, these ones. They have to be boiled, of course, and grated. So pre-made red beets, that's the one that you're gonna need. Then we also have some of these radishes, small ones, the red ones. Then we have some dill. Then we also have some leeks from the onions. A little bit of sausages. You can have the normal ones like hot dog sausages, or perhaps like a bologna or something like that. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's like the milk sausage, as you call them. Next things up, you're gonna need, of course, the main ingredients. The showcase to all the soup is gonna be cucumbers. Doesn't matter, small or big ones, they are all quite good. These are our local ones from our garden, so it's very delicious, very nice. And I think that's pretty much it. What else do we need? Oh right, we also have the last one. It's gonna be eggs, boiled eggs. You're gonna need those ones. So that's all the ingredients that we're gonna use today, and yeah, all that's left is just prepare our ingredients and just, put them inside a kettle or a bowl or whatever. I have some right here. Oh god damn it, that's a lot of shit. I need to that, please. This yay big should be more than enough, I suppose. Yeah, should be good. Done. Okay, so first things up, we're gonna prepare some of our vegetables. The first thing up is gonna be our little red radishes. By the way, kefir is apparently just called that, a kefir. So there's no like special word for it. I just thought, you know, fermented milk is gonna be like that, but no. It's completely different. So yes, anyways, how are we gonna prepare our little red radishes? Well, that's quite easy. You just cut off the both of the ends, like this, and cut them in thin slices. Well, not too thin, it doesn't really matter, but about yay big should be more than enough. So yeah, about the yay big little thin slices, and just cut all the little red radishes, and that's pretty much it. And that's all you need. So yeah, we're gonna skip ahead and prepare our radishes. Okay, so we cut up our red radishes in these little slices, thin slices, yeah, almost thin slices, but they should be more than enough. Next up, we're gonna cut up our cucumbers. You can cut up in small cubes, or you know, just your average, cut them in like half and then thin slices, but I'm gonna cut them even more thinner, like this, and like this, and like this. And then just easily like this, in yay big sizes. Not too small and not too big as well. Just right size. So yeah, we're gonna cut these up, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. So yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we cut it up also our cucumbers. Pretty much this is how all your stuff is gonna look like. Not too much, don't cut too much like cucumbers and stuff like that, because you're gonna still add a lot of stuff, like red beets. Put in the whole thing in, come on, let's go. There we go. You can also put a little bit of water as well. Doesn't really matter. Don't waste not, want not. And then the last three things that we're gonna add and cut up is gonna be some of our sausages, and of course our leeks and our dill. We got shit ton of dill. So yeah, we're just gonna, I don't know, use about yay much. Not too much and not too small. Let's cut off these ends. Wash off these bad boys. And then just, you know, easily cut them in small pieces. The fresh smell of dill is amazing, quite nice. Don't bother using like the dill that you have in like packages that is all like, you know, what you call it, dry, because there's not much flavor in it. It's better used to like the fresh ones already that you have. These ones are from our garden and they're very delicious. So, and then we also have some leeks. Leeks. These are from our garden as well. Very nice. We're gonna wash these up as well. And then, last thing, oh well, not last thing, but one of the last things is gonna be the sausages and the eggs. So I have some of these leftover hot dog sausages that I have here. We're just gonna take off the skins and, you know, cut them in small chunks, small slices. You know, just like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also a very vegetarian recipe, the version for it. It's easy. You don't eat, you don't add meat, and that's it. That's the vegetarian version. I like some of the comments that I see on like cooking videos and things like that, where it's like hazelnut salad with blah 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 and something like that. And one of the 120 IQ level comments just ask, I'm allergic to peanuts. How do I make this one without the peanuts? And then you're like, you don't add the fucking peanuts. That's it. that's the genius move. And the reason that you have to actually ask that, it's like, damn Queen, are you autistic? I'm sorry, but are you retarded? But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, we're just cutting up these small pieces of sausages. And how much do we need? I think half should be more than enough. This one is gonna go for my breakfast on my sandwiches. So yeah, these are like, we call it doktordesse or doctor sausage. Or what do people call like this? There's like many kinds of like sausages. You have the small sausages that are like this, then you have bologna, then you have salami, well that's salami blah blah blah, but yeah, then you have kielbasa, but it's like so many different things. We all have just one word for them. That's pretty much it. That's so easy to remember. So yeah, this one we're also gonna cut up in small slices, like this. And actually we're gonna even cut up them even smaller because this is a little bit too thick. Looks kind of messy, but it's alright. We can salvage this. It's fine, it's fine. Something fall off. Whatever. But yeah, just chop them up. Doesn't look pretty, but meh, who cares? It's my recipe, it's my rules. So, we put all these ingredients inside. Let's clean up our workstation. And then move on to the last ingredient. Well, shit, that's not the last ingredient. We have another last ingredient that we're gonna add. But yeah, be right back. Alright, one of the last ingredients are gonna be our eggs. We hard-boiled these puppies, so it's nice and hard, and put them in ice-cold water. So they should be more than enough, you know, hard, I hope. I hope it's not soft-boiled. Well, whatever. No, looks good enough. So yeah, man, this looks good. And yeah, this is always the fun part for me, to see if I properly boiled the egg or not. Yeah, looks good. It's fine. So we're just gonna cut them in half. like this. You can cut them up however you like, either in small slices or, you know, the big ones. Like I'm gonna show you in a second. I'm gonna peel this one out. Or like this. Just make sure it's nice and thin. Oh, that's the shell. Yeah, 2 more eggs should be more than enough. Let's add those last ones. You get like plenty of videos that show you how to properly boil the egg using vinegar or making like small like dings in them so the water gets inside them and blah 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 blah. I said to those videos, you're a fucking idiot. Just buy one of these ones. It's quite easily. It shows how much water you have to put in and for how many eggs, and it says like hard, let's say you need hard-boiled 2 eggs. Just pour in 85 grams of water, close the lid, press the electricity, and bam, it's done. And there's nothing more else to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, here comes the show, the last, the creme de la creme of the ingredients. Last one that we are gonna need to add for our salads is kefirs or panillas. And just put the whole thing in. And now we just mix it all up. Oh, that's the small one. I need a bigger one. And as you can see, it's turning all pink and nice because of all the red beets. And since we have like plenty of ingredients, it looks like a giant mash of, you know, like a sauce or something like that. So we're gonna add just a bit more water as well to give that a little bit of consistency. There we go. And done. That's it. That's the cold red beet soup that you can make at home. Quick, easy to make. You don't need to cook anything, well, besides the eggs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can enjoy this at a hot summer day if you want. So, and also you don't really need to add like any kinds of like other spices like salt, pepper or things like that. You can just eat it like it is right now. So, let's do a little bit of taste test. It's perfect. There's just more than enough salt from the sausages. There's plenty of enough like, whatchamacallit, not ingredients, but like, fuck, I forgot how do you say this. Not spices, but well, the dill and the leeks give it more taste in it, if that makes sense. There's also like a little bit of vinegar in the red beets that they have in the packaging, so yeah. cold, refreshing, and very delicious. Easy to make and very nice. So yeah, that was another episode of me, Commander Rick, doing you a new cooking video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you also to Eddie for the fine camera work. Thank you, my man. Unfortunately, our second Eddie 2.0, the tripod, could not join us. Well, he can sit in the living room on the side bench. But yes, this was a great episode. Very delicious food. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you have any suggestions for new videos or new recipes, leave them down in the comment section below. Share this video, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, do whatever. And yeah, this was pretty awesome. So, see you guys next time. Peace.
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
Hey people, it is I, Commander Rick here, back again. You know what, I thought after making today's cooking video, I might as well do a little quick reaction video as well. Excuse me. I just took a nice shower, you know, went for a little sport run with Eddie, we worked out as well, very cool, very nice, and you know, per usual, you know, the new tradition after making the nice cooking video, I thought we might as well check out some of the Seth's videos. Like, this is like an old request that I had like many months ago. I forgot who it was, but somebody requested me a Morrowind review. So yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna check out that quickly, and yeah, let's see what this is about. So without any further ado, let's do it, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do this!
Hey people, Seth here.
Hey
Today,
Seth, people
I'll
here.
be reviewing the Elders.
Wait. Was that the bitch who was doing the fucking with the grapefruit? Ladies, if you wanna please your man. Oh god damn it, I already fucking forgot that.
World's free Morrowind. It's been years since the Outlanders came in and conquered our lands. Every day since, I've been persecuted for my superior beliefs and culture. If it weren't for the Imperial scum, I'd be happily eating salt rice and kwama eggs for breakfast every day and dying of blight by the ripe old age of 30. Only you can comfort me in these troubling times. From an uneducated glance, Morrowind might look like your typical open-world sandbox RPG of the early 2000s. However, first appearances are deceiving. Morrowind is actually an RPG about reincarnating yourself to overthrow an order of free gods worshipped collectively as the tribunal because they betrayed you in your past life in order.
I actually heard some of the backstory about this. I think in this game you actually found out, no, not found out what happened to the the dwarves or the dwemer or whatever the fuck they're called. But yeah, in this game I think there was like a surviving last surviving member of the dwarf species, which is basically just, you know, an elf. Why would you call them a dwarf? That makes no sense. But yeah, Ralph actually suggested that I should do like a, you know, a gameplay review of Morrowind myself, you know, to play this game because it's autistically fun. But I'm only gonna do that if that schmuck buys me the game. I'm not gonna waste my money. No way. No thanks. I already played Oblivion and Skyrim. But, you know, if you guys want to simp for me and, you know, buy Morrowind for me, I'll do that, sure.
Order to abandon their mortality, with one of them, Vivek, impaling you through the chest with his gigantic penis sword. Meanwhile, another man betrayed by the tribunal has lived on past death, driven mad with divinity, and also has a piece of pottery permanently stuck to his head. Inside a steamy volcano mountain, he plots to overrun the continent by influencing the dreams of bitter, dark elf nationalists unhappy with the state of political affairs, turning their dreams into reality as their face cavity collapses, grows a mouth proboscis, and eventually blooms into a full set of eyes and tentacles, ascending as a hunchbacked cephalopod hellbent on genociding all other races off the face of Morrowind and restoring their native homeland.
I think I saw this race in what was it? In Elder Scrolls 5, the DLC, where we actually go to like some island where there's like bunch of dark elves and shit. At least I think so. I'm not sure, I
To
forget.
its former glory. You, however, know nothing about this. More of a Nerevarine prophecy you will one day fulfill. You're just a prisoner on a boat left to rot. Instead, you've been granted pardon for your crimes by order of the Imperial Emperor. In exchange, you'll be working with the Imperial Intelligence under Caius Casadus, an Imperial agent who, over the course of the story, is dishonorably dismissed from his post because he can't contain his crippling crack cocaine addiction. This might sound like a lot to swallow, but when you consider that a person swallows on average 5 clockwork spiders each year in their sleep, this doesn't seem so bad. Aside from the main story, the lore and background of the Elder Scrolls universe is thoroughly explained, documented, and communicated to you throughout the course of your play. Most of the lore for Morrowind was written in a single week, while the main author went on a sleepless amphetamine binge, surprising absolutely nobody. And that's where it shines best. Morrowind is the most authentic alien setting ever put in games, and second only maybe to Planescape Torment. When everything is so bizarre, nothing is bizarre. Everything put in front of you is so genuine and sincere, you never question it. So maybe the best showcase of a game and the best way to communicate why it's so amazing is just telling about all the crazy shit I encountered. Like, let's start with the main diet of Dark Elves. Eggs. Really fucking big eggs, which are laid by gigantic Quama queens under the earth. Sometimes people steal eggs from the mine.
I remember playing the Dark Elf DLC in Elder Scrolls Online, and there was just such a huge-ass emphasis on Quama eggs. There was even a dungeon about Quama eggs.
Killed on the spot without trial, since food is precious in this region. If a Quama queen dies, the hive fails, and the local villages depending on them undergo a famine. There's technologically advanced dwarven ruins everywhere, complete with clockwork spiders, mechas, and Jewish ghosts, which keep reminding you about the 6 million, but no trace of the dwarves themselves. Why? Because they built God, and since building God is a pretty big endeavor, it's anybody's guess where they went, either to a completely different realm or instantly vanished from existence. There's a temple in the game with an imprisoned Daedra, bound to a religious relic. He's completely chill, calm, domesticated, unless you provoke him, of course. If you keep taunting him, he finally snaps and says, "After I kill you, I will rape your corpse. Don't worry, I'll be gentle." There's one wizard in the game who cloned female copies of himself to have his own daughters, which also act as his wives and concubines. And if you don't think that's the hottest shit ever, get the fuck out. Morrowind is my fetish buffet. Case in point, there's a quest where you're tasked with escorting an Argonian slave back from the docks to her master in another city. Immediately upon delivery, the owner and his guards murder and rip open her stomach on the spot, because it turns out you've just been an accomplice for a local drug cartel, helping them bring a body packer whose stomach was filled to the brim with sweet cocaine. There's always
Every time you play an Elder Scrolls game and there's a quest involving the Khajiit, you just know there's also involvement with skooma and moon sugar. Damn. Never trust the Khajiit, they're a bunch of drug dealers.
Politics and intrigue between the great houses of Morrowind, Hlaalu, Radorn, and Telvanni. While legally, the Empire occupying Morrowind doesn't permit slavery, they can't really stop the Telvanni, since they're incredibly powerful and omnipotent Ancap wizards, and they don't like guests. That's why there's no stairs in Telvanni wizard towers. If you can't levitate like a normal person, you're fucked out of luck. Do you know how you get promoted in Telvanni society? You kill your rivals and assume their position. The court of law there automatically presupposes that if an argument was had and you successfully murder the opposing party, then your argument must have had more weight than your enemy. In fact, you can hover up to a Telvanni tower at any point, murder the resident mage and his servants, and you won't be punished for it. It was their fault for having low security anyway. Besides, one of the servants sprayed blood all over my chest, clearly violating my NAP. With enough time, sweat, and cum invested into a faction, you can climb through the ranks up to the point where you can build and own your own fortress. Of course, the Telvanni just grow their fucking forts out of the ground. But first, you will need the approval of bureaucrats determined to kill you off or make your life living hell before they grant their sponsorship. Except one. Crassius Curio, Counselor of House Hlaalu, gives his endorsement for nothing more than a kiss on the cheek.
Oh boy,
because
what
he's
a
a
nice
fag.
guy.
He's even offered some of the books you can read in
Nice.
game, most of them banned from the public eye for being the equivalent of erotic fan fiction. One of the most famous and sauciest of these is The Real Life of Queen Baranzaya, where Crassius raunchily asserts that the first queen of Morrowind took fat Khajiit dick, and, bemusingly, complained
What?
how painful
Khajiit dick?
barbed cat penises were to insert. There's even an in-game explanation for why your character, the Nerevarine, can save and load the game, since we the player can influence the metaphysical force known as Chim in the Elder Scrolls universe, whereby
Chim?
we can live through different timelines and outcomes in parallel. It's for this reason that Vivek, who has reached understanding of Chim, never agrees to fight the player, since no matter how strong or powerful he is, he knows that you can assault him an infinite amount of times, and eventually succeed. But when you're done
Nice.
perusing the story, how is the actual game? Absolutely fucking broken. It's stable 90% of 50% of the time. It's functional, but the combat system is insane.
Yeah, Ralph said the same thing, that the fucking combat system this game is broken. It's fucking autistical fun. That's basically the whole game concept. But you know, hey, as long as you buy me the game, I'll play it, I'll try it out, you know. I'll probably rip my hair out in, you know, rage. But sure, why not?
Forget any notion of fair play or balance. If you can exploit something, you should, because the alternative is getting tapped by a bandit carrying an enchanted twig that paralyzes you for 10 seconds straight per strike. My first experience
Well,
of
that
combat
sucks.
was quite traumatic. I attacked a tiny scrib creature, thinking it's impossible to lose against something so shitty. Instead, it
Right.
paralyzed me in place and proceeded to slowly nibble me to death while renewing the paralysis whenever it got close to wearing off. Bravo,
Bethesda.
Todd. The game mechanics are bullshit. Either you adapt to it and bask in its ridiculous glory and enjoy yourself, or you refuse to learn, die horribly, and write angry complaints about it on a Korean basket weaving forum. For example, potions and their effects in this game stack.
Nice.
So let's say I used alchemy to make 200 potions of intelligence. I could simultaneously chug all 200 potions of intelligence and gain
Right.
infinite knowledge for a few seconds, during
But-
which time I'd quickly tab back into my inventory and use alchemy, which scales off intelligence, to craft several thousand restore fatigue potions using bread and rice in a single nanosecond, which would be
Nice.
so amazingly powerful and potent that their individual market price would be enough to completely buy out the entire store catalog of most merchants. And if, in the off chance I chose to use them instead, I would have a permanently full bar of stamina for the next few years of my physical life. In a similar manner, I could do this with other effects, such as Fortify Strength, whereby I can smash the final antagonist of a game with a weapon so hard that he and the weapon would cease to exist. But if you
What?
just happen to find your friend's Morrowind game open and want to run a funny prank on him for sleeping with a family dog, you can make a potion of paralysis
fuck,
using the
dude?
same method. From the moment you drink that potion, your character will be paralyzed for about 3 hours. When he comes back and asks why his character can't move, laugh and ask him why the dog keeps crying at night. You can use this time to
Jesus
explain
Christ,
to him
dude.
why bestiality is immoral and illegal
oh
in
no.
most countries, and how
Oh
the
no.
doctor said your dog's orifice will never fully heal. The game's
Oh.
design offers you a lot of freedom to mess around with.
Fido.
The custom spell making in particular can be abused to make some disgusting spells, such as the ability to camouflage yourself perfectly, 100% for 1 millisecond, and steal something right in front of a merchant. But just because they couldn't
Nice.
see you physically taking the object, they can't establish causality between the events happening around them. It's a great game. The environment and atmosphere really capture a very alien landscape and culture, while the dialogue and text keep you occupied for hours on end. Gameplay aside, Morrowind could be described as an early 2000s slave trade RPG, and when you get tired of running around, doing errands and reading shit, you can always download mods or make your own with a construction set and reduce the quality of
Fucking
your
mods.
experience. A warm thank you to the many members of the Flalu Merchants Guild, graciously funding these videos against their better judgment and taste. You're all truly wonderful.
Oh,
Have
what a
a good
classic
one.
video.
This is the end of you, sweet. There is no escape.
What the fuck is this?
Help God! No, get away. Let me live.
What the fuck? So yes, this is another great video by Ssethtzeentach, our boy, our legend, our local warlord of Africa. Very nice, very beautiful. I enjoyed also my little cold beet soup. Damn, I ran out of it all. I ate it all. But remember guys, try this recipe yourselves at home. It's very delicious and very nice for this weather. Anyways, great video once more. Thank you all guys for tuning in. Leave your comments, suggestions down below. You know what to do. Subscribe, square, blah 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 blah, whatever. And I'll, see you next time. So yeah, bye. See ya. Peace.